Nick, you went in my room again, didn't you? How many times have I told you never to go in there?
What are you talking about? I haven't been in your room.
Liar, I know you were in my room. I just got back from school, and what do you think I saw when I walked inside?
I don't know, but hopefully you saw that you desperately need to clean things up in there.
Ha ha, very funny. Don't change the subject. This morning when I left home, I had my favorite stuffed animal on my bed, but now it's on my desk. How did that happen, Nick?
It was probably Mom. Lord knows you never change your sheets, so Mom went in to change them for you today while you were gone. I'll bet she moved everything that was on your bed to your desk.
Oh, so it was Mom? Okay.
Could you please stop being so overprotective of your room? Seriously, I have absolutely zero reason to ever go in your room. There's not a single thing in there I care about. And another thing, how's about you tried asking me if I went in your room before accusing me of trespassing?
Shut up, Nick. You're the only person in this house creepy and weird enough to invade my privacy. All you ever do is hang around the house. You never go out or anything. Like, what are you even doing in your room all day? Are you setting up cameras in my room to spy on me?
Maya, please, you're gonna make me throw up. First of all, I'm not so starved for female attention that I would start to get interested in my own sister. Second, even if you weren't my sister, you have such an intolerable personality that I wouldn't be interested in you anyway.
Excuse me? What did you just say about me?
That you have a bad personality. I thought I was being pretty clear about that. Anyway, rest assured, I have not gone into your room today or any other day, and I will not enter your room at any point in the future. I've been out of the house all day today anyway.
Wait a second, you mean you aren't in your room? Oh my god, will miracles never cease?
Miraculously, there was an event downtown today, and that's where I am right now.
Event? What kind of event? Is it one of your super nerdy conventions or something? I guess that would make sense. If you're not being a creepy loser at home, you're probably being a creepy loser somewhere else. Go find some nerdy princess to run away with and live creepily ever after, as far away from here as possible.
Is that all you wanted, Maya? I gotta run. The second part of the event is about to start. I'll talk to you later. Or not. Hopefully not.
Tell your loser friends I said hi. Oh wait, that's right. You don't have any friends. Hey, Nick, can you do me a favor?
What is it?
Can you move out of the house?
I should have known you'd say something like that. So, Maya, why are you trying to kick me out of the house today?
You know that I've been signed to a talent agency for a little over a year now, right?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. So what? What does it have to do with me?
Actually, I'm going to be making my big debut as an actress soon.
Wow, really? What are you doing?
Have you heard of the First Fantasy video game series?
First Fantasy? Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Would you mind getting to the point? I'm kind of busy here.
I figured you'd know all about it since you're such a nerdy loser and everything. So yeah, they're making a live-action adaptation in the First Fantasy video game universe. And do you know who's going to play the leading role?
No, so go ahead and tell me.
It's going to be none other than yours truly.
No, it's not.
It is so.
They haven't even done the auditions for the main character yet.
Sure, but it doesn't matter. I'm a regular shoo-in for the role.
And what makes you say that?
Because my background is perfect for the role. We're practically the same person. The main character is a young, cute, popular girl who is a creepy loser for a brother. He's always going into her room, messing with her stuff, scaring off all her friends. But then one day, poof, she gets teleported off to another world with magic, monsters, and tons of adventure.
And you're saying I'm just like that creepy loser older brother.
It's like the character was modeled after you. So since I've been living my whole life in the same circumstances as the character, I'm gonna have a super easy time connecting with the role. I'll bet you anything I'm gonna walk right into the room and they're gonna shout, "You're hired," before I even say a single line.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad you're so confident.
But there's only one problem.
Only one? I can think of about 50 off the top of my head.
Shut up, Nick. As I was saying, the problem is that even though you've been super helpful in preparing me for the role, actually having a creepy loser for a brother is going to absolutely ruin my image. Like, what if word gets out that the two of us are related? Is anyone going to want to hire an actress with someone as ugly as you for a brother?
Oh, now I'm ugly too, huh?
Don't get me wrong, this is not a new development or anything.
Whatever. So the long story short is you want me to move out of the house so you have an easier time landing that role? Is that it?
Exactamundo. I'm going to be a famous movie star, and you're only going to drag me down. So I want you out of my life. Permanently. And one more thing, don't ever tell anyone that you're my brother. Got it?
Yeah, I read you loud and clear. If that's what you want, then sure, I'm down. Thing is, I've been going into the city so much for work these days that the commute is starting to really weigh me down. I've been thinking about moving to an apartment downtown anyway.
For work, is that what you call it when you go to your nerd conventions? That's not work, that's just having a creepy hobby.
I don't know how many other ways I can say this, but I am working.
Oh yeah? Then what job do you have? Let's hear it, Nick. Tell me all about your supposed job.
Nah, I think I'll pass.
I knew it. You don't actually have a job.
No, I do. It's just that if I told you what my job is right now, well, it would only become a headache for me. I'll tell you later when the timing's better.
I get it, Nick. You're trying to buy time to find a job that wouldn't be too embarrassing to tell me about. For the record, a part-time job at the supermarket or something is not a real job. Oh, well, if you're really moving out of the house, then you'll have to find some kind of job eventually. Otherwise, you'll just starve to death. Which is an outcome I'd be totally fine with, by the way. Oh, and by the way, if you ever do start successfully standing on your own 2 feet, let me know. I can use that story to boost my image. Think about it. I delivered the tough love that my loser big brother needed in order to finally make something good himself. That's gonna sound great in my TV interviews.
Say whatever you'd like about me. It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
I don't need your permission, Nick. My audition is in a month, so make sure you completely erase your presence from my life before then. Got it?
Will do, Maya. And as your brother, I think I should warn you before I leave. You're about to find out that the entertainment industry is a lot harder to break into than you think it is.
I don't want to hear that from you. You've never broken into any industry. Get out of the house as soon as possible. And remember, if anyone asks, you are not my brother. You've never seen me before in your life. Nick, what's going on? What are you doing here at the venue for the audition? When they brought you out as one of the film's staff during the opening information session, I just about fell out of my seat. Tell me why you're here right now.
Weren't you paying attention at all? They told you why I was here. I'm the lead writer for the first fantasy movie.
What? No way, I can't believe it. You mean, you actually did have a job all this time?
Why is that the part that surprised you the most?
But I mean, you're always just sitting in your room. How did you become a writer like that?
Don't you know what year it is? All you need to become a writer is a computer and an internet connection. As for how I got involved with the movie, the first fantasy game series is made by a company that was founded by a friend of mine from high school. I've been working with them since the first game in the series. I wrote the stories for all the games.
Oh my god, this is the best thing ever!
What's got you so happy all of a sudden?
Duh, imagine the social media buzz this is gonna generate. The lead character for the movie being played by the writer's little sister. People eat that sort of thing up. The production team would have to be insane to not pick me. I'm getting that role for sure.
Don't be so sure. Other production companies might do a lot of nepotism, but the one we're going with most assuredly doesn't.
Sure. Whatever you have to say to please your lawyers. Don't worry, I'll be sure to give a convincing audition. If I didn't, then the people I'm competing with might get suspicious. Okay, see you later, Nick. Nick, what happened? Why didn't I pass the first round of auditions? I didn't even get a call back. That can't be right. I made sure to tell them that I was the writer's little sister before I started. How could they proceed to the next round of auditions without me?
What were you expecting? Most people give self-introductions about their acting history, their singing or dancing ability, stuff like that. But you just said, "Hi, I'm the writer's little sister," and left it at that. What were you thinking?
But, that's the most important thing to tell them, isn't it?
I tried to tell you that you weren't going to get away with that. You should have kept your audition about you and your own skills. And another thing, I thought you didn't want me telling anyone that I'm your brother anymore.
Well, yeah, I did say that, but that was before I learned that you were the movie's writer.
Don't you get it? It wouldn't have mattered if you were my sister or not. You would have failed your audition either way.
Really? But why?
Because you walked into the audition having the complete wrong idea about the main character and the game's story. You were doomed from the start.
What? I got it wrong?
Yeah, completely wrong.
That's impossible. How was I wrong?
You told me before that you thought the main character was always dealing with crap from her creepy loser older brother, right?
Yeah, I did,
And that's not how the story goes at all. The main character's older brother is a bit of an oddball, and the people around them tend to get the wrong idea about him, but he's always super nice to his little sister, and the two of them have a great relationship. Not just that, when the main character gets teleported off to the magical world, her brother gets sucked inside the portal with her.
He did? I don't remember that.
The reason the game sold so well was because of the relationship between the brother and sister. Fans love the way they team up to help each other survive in this mysterious new world. And furthermore, the older brother character is nearly as prominent a role in the film as the younger sister main character.
That's insane. No one ever told me about that.
You should have done more research. Every single person who auditioned today knew about that, except for you. You just made quite possibly the single biggest audition blunder in the history of the film industry.
You don't have to be so blunt about it.
No, I definitely do. It was humiliating just to watch the way you were floundering around in that audition today. I mean, for the love of God, Maya, when the interviewer asked what your feelings were about the main character's older brother, what did you say? You looked her dead in the eyes, and without a moment's hesitation, you said she'd be better off if he had never been born. All he does is hold her back. I was surprised they even let the audition continue after that.
Can't they forgive me for making one little mistake?
No! And that was not one little mistake. It was a critical mistake. You wasted my time and everyone else's time at that audition today. Do you have any idea how much time, money, and energy is going into making this film? We don't have the resources to waste on interviewing some stupid little girl who thought that connections and a pretty face were all she needed to play the role.
Okay, well, if I can't play the main character, you can assign me to some other role then.
What?
Oh, I know. You can make me the princess.
The princess?
Well, yeah, the movie's about an adventure in a magical world, isn't it? There's gotta be a princess character in there somewhere. I'd be perfect for that role.
Maya, the main character of the first fantasy movie is the princess.
She is?
Yes, this video game is a series, right? Well, the game this movie is being based on is the sequel to a game where a man gets teleported into that same magical world, meets a princess, and falls in love. Then at the end, they both get teleported back into the real world together. They got married, and their kids are the sibling protagonists for this movie.
Seriously?
Yes, and all of this information can be found in the first hour of the freaking game if you ever played it. Seriously, Maya, why did you even bother coming to the audition today? You're not even qualified to be the girl who brings the actual actors their coffee.
But Nick, you don't understand. The thing is, This audition was kind of my last chance. I failed 4 auditions in a row this year. If I don't get some kind of part before the end of the month, then my talent agency is going to terminate my contract with them.
Wow, sounds like you're in a pretty tough position.
So you understand?
Yeah, I understand. I understand that if you were really in such dire straits, you should have put way more effort into this audition. I can see why your talent agency is about to cut you loose. I wouldn't want to have to deal with such a talentless, lazy hack as you either.
Nick, please.
I gotta go now. We're starting the deliberations on who to call back now. Your presence is no longer required here, so clear out as soon as possible.
Nick, wait, don't go.
Goodbye, Maya. Ever since we were kids, my parents had a pretty hands-off parenting style. They let both of us do pretty much whatever we wanted and only spoke up when we were about to do something particularly dangerous or illegal. My grandpa has told me in the past that based on me and my sister, that parenting strategy has a 50% failure rate. There's a 50% chance of the kid turning into a strong, smart, successful, upstanding person like me, and a 50% chance the kid turns into, well, my sister. It seems that my sister had been going around telling all her friends that she was going to be the star in the new First Fantasy movie. She was also telling all the other girls at her talent agency the same thing, with a healthy dose of gloating, too. So, since the word got out that not only wasn't she getting the role, but the talent agency was terminating her contract, well, let's just say the other girls had some choice words for their soon-to-be former colleague. Maya's confidence has been absolutely crushed, so now she spends most of her time locked up in her room. Recently, it's gotten so bad that my parents are thinking about giving her an ultimatum: get a job or find a new place to live. I guess my dad told her, you can live your life however you want to, just not in my house.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Sam. Are you almost ready to head out for your business trip?
Sure thing, Indigo. I'll be ready to go as soon as I've had my lunch.
I see. Will you be eating in the work cafeteria today?
Yeah, actually. They just released a new menu, so I was thinking of trying it out. Some of the stuff on there looks surprisingly good.
I see. Well, I was a little sad I couldn't make you one of my special love-made lunch boxes today.
I appreciate the thought, but it couldn't be helped this time. The boss told me I'm to head straight out for my business trip as soon as I get off today, because the meeting's schedule is going to be real tight when I get there. I didn't have room for a lunchbox in my suitcase.
Right. I guess the department you work in is notorious for having regular business trips. I suppose I'm just gonna have to get used to it, huh?
Right. It'll make things a whole lot easier on you if you do.
Alright, well, I hope you have a good time, sweetie. Is what I want to say. But I'd be lying if I said this was easy for me, Sam.
What do you mean?
You're gonna be away for a whole 2 weeks, right? I'll get lonely without you. This is the first time we've been apart for 2 weeks since getting married.
Right. Well, I'll be lonely without you too, babe.
If it looks like you're going to be coming home early, make sure to let me know in advance, okay? If you do, I want to be sure to have a big, lavish feast ready for your return. And for that, I'll need plenty of notice.
Oh, thanks, babe. I'll be sure to let you know. I love you too.
Bruce, I know you're probably super busy with important work stuff right now, so I'm just gonna leave you some messages. Make sure to reply when you get the chance. It's about the luxury spa resort vacation we were talking about. Everything's okay on my end, so we're good to go. Meet me today at 5 p.m. outside Archibald Station, okay? To be honest, I was really hoping we could go together and enjoy the scenery on the way. But my parents would just not shut up. I ended up spending way longer than I planned to at their place, so we're gonna have to meet there instead. On the other hand, I told them I'm going away on another vacation with my girlfriends. So actually, it's probably for the best me and you don't get seen together around town. Sorry to cause all this trouble. I hate constantly having to tiptoe around like this all the time. Anyways, I'm heading out soon, so I'll catch you later, my big, rugged, hunky stallion. I love you, Brucey.
Bruce, how are things looking on your end? Sup, Sam? Everything is proceeding as planned. She just messaged again saying we're good to meet at Archibald Station at 5 p.m. I just clocked out of work early with the special permission from the boss. I'm heading out to the rendezvous point as we speak. I should be there in just under 30 minutes. Roger that. I'm already here and I just got a seat inside the family restaurant we agreed to meet at. You'll find me in the left corner as you walk in, wearing a black baseball cap. Got it. But wait, how do I put this? Oh, what's up? Look, I know I already said this a million times, and I know it's probably bugging you by now, but I really am sorry. I might not have known, but that's no excuse to put my hands on the wife of a childhood friend. Jeez, Bruce, look, it's fine, really. It's not like you're psychic. There was nothing you could have done about it. Stop beating yourself up, will ya? None of this would be happening if Indigo hadn't lied to you about being single. This is her fault, not yours. Me and you hadn't seen each other in 12 years until this strange course of events reunited us. And I didn't tell you I'd gotten married either, so you had no way of knowing she was married, and even if you did, you had no way of knowing it was to me. Why beat yourself up over something you had literally no way of knowing? Well, yeah, I guess you're right. You know what the craziest thing is? If me and you hadn't met by coincidence and exchanged numbers in town that time, there's a good chance that even now, neither of us would be any the wiser to what she was up to. To tell you the truth, my feelings on this are a little complicated right now, but I'm trying my best to keep a positive mind and look forward to the future. What's most important is that you're working together with me on this. To me, that counts more than anything. This is the last time you apologized to me about this. You hear me? Oh, yeah. Look, I'm so glad you got such a big heart, Sam. Thanks. Right, back to business. Me and you have got work to do. I'm waiting for you inside the family restaurant by the southern exit of Frog Pond Station. Got it.
Hey, Bruce. I'm waiting for you at Archibald Station. Where are you, honeykins?
Sorry, babe. I'm on my way in the car as we speak, but the roads are crazy congested down here. I just stopped in a hardware store parking lot so I could let you know.
Oh, I see.
Oh, looking at the state of the highway right now, it's looking like I'll be 1 or 2 hours late at this rate. It might be best if you get checked into the hotel first and wait for me. Can you do that?
Okay, I will.
Alright, I'm gonna start driving again. Catch you later.
All right, drive safe, baby.
Good to go.
Huh? Sam? Did you get off work already?
Yeah, I'm on my way to the hotel now.
Huh? A hotel? Oh, you mean the business hotel you usually stay at?
Nope, you will never believe it. The boss is treating us all to a stay at a luxury spa resort. We're all going to be staying in a nearby 5-star hotel. Isn't that nuts?
Oh, wow, I see. Oh, that's great, honey.
What about you? How have you been?
Oh, me? Nothing much, sweetie. I've just been cooking myself some supper is all.
I see. That reminds me,
Anyway, sweetie, I think I'm gonna go jump in the shower now.
Oh, really? Not like you to shower this early.
I think you talking about your luxury spa resort suddenly made me want to take one.
Ah, that's so.
Yep. All right, well, I'm gonna get ready to jump in, so I'll catch you later.
Cool. See you later, Indigo. Yeah, Indigo. I just got to the hotel lobby. What's our room number?
Brucey, I've been waiting for you, big boy. You'll never guess what. This hotel is so posh. They don't even have room numbers. Our room is called the Wisteria Suite.
Wow, really is the real deal, huh? Alright, I'm heading up.
Hey, guess what? Our room's open-air jacuzzi is the bomb. Let's jump in and take a relaxing soak as soon as you get up here.
I can't believe you barricaded yourself in the waiting room toilets. Like, I don't want to cause any of the other guests a nuisance, so let's do this here, over a message.
What the hell is going on? What are you doing here, Sam? You were supposed to be away on business. Explain yourself.
Sorry to have to break this to you, Indigo, but the whole business trip thing was a lie to bust your sordid affair out in the open.
And you're with Bruce, too? Why would the both of you be here together? Is this all some kind of bad dream? What the hell do you both think you're playing at? I don't understand any of this.
Me and Bruce are childhood friends. We go way back.
What?
We suddenly lost contact when his parents divorced and his mom took him to live in Philly sometime around junior high. We haven't spoken since. We got back in touch a little while back when we bumped into each other during a miraculous chance encounter in the town next to ours, where I was headed for a doctor appointment, and we exchanged numbers. Oh, when I told him I was married, showed him a picture of me and you. He said, "But that's my girlfriend." Supposedly, you met 4 months back at some group dating event. Isn't it a little odd that you'd be going to dating events when me and you were married?
What the hell? You met him on the way to a freaking doctor's appointment? Does that kind of thing actually happen?
Fact of the matter is that it did happen, Indigo. They do say it's a small world. Oh yeah, your mom and dad are currently on their way to this hotel as we speak.
What?
Me and Bruce are outside your room to make sure you can't escape.
No way, this can't be happening. Is this some kind of sick joke? You told my parents about this? What right did you have to go and do that, asshole?
You can swear at me all you like, but fact of the matter is, we're getting a divorce. How are we ever gonna get through this without telling them? What, were you gonna pretend we were still married so they wouldn't find out what you did?
Divorce? What? But why?
I am actually amazed you have the nerve to ask me that.
But you told me you love me just earlier today. You do love me, don't you? How could you divorce me? Surely you don't mean that.
Oh, that.
No. Listen to me, sweetie. Me and you are going to rebuild this relationship. The flame of our passion will not be extinguished.
Sorry, but someone already dumped a bucket of water over it.
What?
Believe me, I wanted to tell you to say, enjoy your lover's vacation, you cheating whore, more than anything. You have no idea how hard it was to pretend I didn't know about the affair.
What?
That's why we are absolutely never, ever rebuilding our relationship. I can assure you beyond any shadow of a doubt that we are unequivocally, indubitably, categorically, unquestionably never getting back together. That should have done it. Do you understand now? I can't wait to get this divorce finalized and see the back of you forever.
Oh my God, I can't become a divorcee after barely 6 months of marriage.
If the thought of losing me is so terrifying to you, why would you cheat on me in the first place?
That's,
Bet you didn't even consider the possibility I'd find out, did you? Bruce told me this. But apparently you said you felt like going to that dating event where you guys met was somehow just the right thing to do. Before signing up last thing on a spur-of-the-moment decision. You always did have a habit of acting on your whims without thinking of the consequences. Sometimes it could be fun. We'd end up excited in places I never would have thought to go to myself on days out and stuff. But I have to draw the line at being cheated on.
Fine, I get it already. Just stop. Divorce it is. I'll agree to the divorce. You win. Just tell me what I need to sign and it's done. I hate the idea of being a divorcee, but I guess it's not so bad if I get to marry Bruce after.
You really are the most delusional person I've ever met. Can't seriously think me and you are getting married? Impossible.
What? Bruce, why would you say that? You do love me, don't you? It looks like Sam is intent on divorcing me, which means there's nothing standing in the way of our love anymore. We can tie the knot and ride off into the sunset in bliss and happiness. Why would you say it's impossible?
But the reason I went to that dating event was to find a serious partner, under the assumption we'd get married and have kids. I was looking for someone to settle down with, Indigo.
Right, exactly. So we are going to get married, aren't we?
I would have never dated you in a million years if I knew you were married.
Huh?
Not only that, but to think you were the wife of my childhood friend. My jaw almost hit the floor when I found out I was unknowingly participating in an act of unfaithfulness and betrayal because of your lies. Do you have any idea how much it hurt when I found out what you made me take part in?
But, Bruce, baby, mine and Sam's divorce is already decided.
And why do you seem to think that has any relevance to anything? I'm pissed with you for lying about the fact you were married in the first place. Can't you understand why I'd be a little upset after being lied to by a married woman after going to a dating event to find a wife?
But, like I just said, me and him are divorcing, so I won't be a married woman anymore. I'll be a free agent, baby, and there'll be nothing in the way of our happiness.
My God, woman, you really are something else. This isn't a case of you divorcing so we can get married. This is a case of me never speaking to you again because you lied to me and made me betray my childhood friend. I'm pissed at you for lying to me and tricking me into dating you when you already had a husband, you goddamn moron.
But Bruce!
In my eyes, you're a failure as a human being at the point you don't realise what you did was wrong.
Don't say things like that. I'll be exclusive to you from here on out. I love you and you only.
Quit boring me with your nonsensical bullshit, woman. Oh, apparently your parents just pulled up?
What? Already?
I never want to see you again for as long as I'll live.
No way, you can't mean that, Bruce. Please, I am begging you, baby. I thought I was your honey pumpkin. I thought you were my trickle pie. Bruce? Bruce? No!
My in-laws kindly offered to drive me home after that. As for Indigo, in spite of her mom and dad flipping out at her and giving her the dressing down of a lifetime in front of the entire hotel lobby, she still seemed to be under the impression that me and her divorcing meant Bruce would be there waiting for her with open arms. She was beside herself when the reality of him never wanting to see her again actually sunk in. And with that, she broke down in tears in the parking lot and began rocking back and forth in the fetal position, a distraught, crumpled mess. We thought that meant she had accepted the reality of her situation, but after an hour of hysterical crying, to our astonishment, she started clinging on to Bruce's leg in desperation in another attempt to win him back over. Her parents, realizing there was no hope of their wayward daughter seeing sense and behaving reasonably, decided to step in with the legal proceedings and made sure the divorce went through in less than a month. With that, both me and Bruce received a hefty sum in compensation. Indigo was forced to work as a live-in laborer at her Uncle Jim's house, who she's always been terrified of, to pay back her parents, who very kindly covered the entire fee on her behalf. Word has it that the screams of abject terror as she was dragged into his car could be heard from 5 blocks away. After everything had calmed down, me and Bruce went on a guy's hot spring resort trip to ease our wounded hearts. We soaked in the tub together while drinking fine wine and talking until the early morning hours, just like guys do. I had no idea we'd end up meeting again like this, but they say every cloud has a silver lining, and I'm glad that I was able to get back in touch with Bruce as a result of this whole thing. I don't know what the future holds, but one thing's for sure. I fully intend to live my life as a newly single bachelor to the fullest, if you catch my drift. Here I come, ladies.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Carmen, you are to leave this house right now. What? Holly, what's going on here right now? I happen to know what you've been up to. You are after my husband's inheritance, right? His inheritance? You're telling me that I'm after your husband's inheritance? Like his money and stuff? And that is why you are working so hard to make sure he's taken care of by you now, correct? The fact that my son's wife is coming into this house and dealing with all of my husband's needs in order to get his money when he passes, that's you trying to swindle him and I, right? What exactly are you going on about right now? I know that I'm not going to get any of his inheritance the day he passes, and I've also never really talked with anyone about it to the point where I think I'd be getting it. Well, of course you'd never talk about it and say you don't expect to get anything from him because you're trying to steal it from us. I've seen that you're very good at making art on that laptop of yours. And what does that have to do with me supposedly going after your husband's inheritance? You seem to really know your stuff when it comes to making art on there, so you must also know your stuff when it comes to committing fraud and all that illegal stuff, too. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure where you see the connection in my abilities with computer design and doing things that are fraudulent. What has led you all this way to thinking something like that? Not only did you come out of nowhere saying all these things about me, but most of it doesn't even make any sense. All of my husband's inheritance is mine to keep. Wait, what I want to know is why, of all times, have you chosen now to start talking about things like his inheritance? This is all way too strange for me. I will not give you a single penny of it. Answer my question, Holly. What is all of this about? I have no idea what's going on right now. Cooper, I'm sorry. I'm going to be heading back home to my parents' house for a while. Actually, I'm already on the bus heading home to them now.
Oh, what? What's going on? Why are you going back to your parents' place?
Well, your mom started talking about all these strange things. I wasn't able to make any sense of it, and it seems that she's too far gone right now for me to get any answers from her. So I'll be away for a little while to try and give her some time to calm down.
So in other words, my mom has gone and started having more of those crazy delusions again?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure what ended up happening, though, to start those delusions again, but I made sure to take some screenshots of the conversation I had with her. I'll send them to you now, and hopefully you'll be able to piece together what might have happened to her this time.
Sounds good.
Also, there's the whole thing of taking care of your dad.
Don't worry about it. I've been thinking about being around him more for a while now, so I'll take some time to stay home from the office and work remotely. Also, it's not like my dad is completely helpless, as he still can do quite a few things on his own. I know things were probably a real headache again for you regarding my mom, but since you're heading all the way back to your parents' house, take the time to really relax there, please.
Thank you, Cooper. And thank you for taking care of your dad for me.
Have a safe trip home, okay? Carmen, I had a look through all the screenshots you sent me. What the heck happened here? Honestly, I want to know myself why right now, of all times, my mom is wanting to start talking about my dad's inheritance.
That's the same way I was feeling. Why would she be talking about it all right now?
By the way, when I got home from work today, my mom was standing at the counter with this large dinner made for me with a huge grin on her face.
Oh?
Do you think that I can go show my dad all these screenshots you sent me?
I don't really care what you do with them, but is that going to be all right for him?
Well, I'm not really sure I can say things will be fine with him, but right now is the best time for him to see something like this.
You think so?
If my dad starts to give me some details on what's going on here, gives me the go-ahead to tell you about it, I will. But, I'm starting to think that all this is only going to get worse for everyone involved before things start to get better again.
I kind of agree with that. But this is something that he should be aware of too, I guess, so please let him know about it.
Thank you. I will.
Carmen, you don't have to ever come back here again, okay? Holly. Well, even if you do come all the way back here, I'm not going to let you back into this house. I still haven't really come around to understanding what all you're talking about, Holly. The whole reason I came back to my parents' house is because I started to realize that you weren't going to calm down any for some time now. So I'll be staying here with them for a little while and you won't have to worry about me. Excuse me, I am always calm. If anything, I am so calm all the time that I was able to see right through your lies and could tell that you were trying to go after my husband's inheritance. But the thing is, I'm not after any of his money. I know that as of right now, there's not really any sense in talking to you at all, as you're still a little bit out there, so for the time being, I'll be at my parents' place. And you don't ever have to come back here. My things are all still over at your house, though, so there will be some point in the near future where I have to stop by and get everything. But for a little bit, I'll be out of your way. Goodbye now. Cooper, I just received a few more texts from your mom. As far as I can tell, things aren't going to work out with her.
I see.
How are things going with you and your dad? Has he said anything about those screenshots you've shown him?
He has. And I was actually getting ready to tell you all about it once I had the chance. He's told me that this is pretty good timing, actually, for some things he had in mind, so he's going to make his move really soon.
I see. Well, as long as he has a plan in mind, then I guess we're good here.
I think by the beginning of next month he'll be ready to move, so you and I can work alongside him. All right?
Sounds good. Hey, Carmen, why have you come all the way back here? We talked about how I'd have to come over one more time to grab all of my things last month, right? I get it. You said that to me before, but I know in reality you're here to take all of our things that you can and make a little extra money on selling to thrift stores, right? I will not allow that to happen. Then you can stand watch over me as I pack the rest of my things up and get out of here. And actually, you are in the house with me right now, so why are you texting me all of this when you could just come up to me and talk? I have no idea what dangerous things you could do to me, so I won't get anywhere near you. Is that right? Have you come around to understanding that all the things you keep saying are totally mind-boggling? I don't have time to think about that. Now get out of here. I will not allow my daughter-in-law to come into this house any longer and take what my husband has from me. I feel so sorry for my son getting all caught up in your scheme to swindle this whole family. He must have no clue about you. Well, there's no money here for low-life frauds like you. You divorce my son right now and leave us all alone. I'm already on my way out of here. And the divorce happened a while ago. What? That's why I'm here right now, grabbing the rest of my things and am making my way out of here. I only have a few more things to grab here, so can I stop texting with you for the time being? And as far as the key to this house, I'll leave it in the mailbox for you once I get outside. Is that so? Finally, you've given up. Don't you ever step foot on this property ever again, you hear me? Carmen, what the hell is this? What's going on now? When all you say is this, I have no idea what you're talking about, so how about you give me a little more detail first? My husband left me some divorce paperwork and left this house, and following right behind him, Cooper. I know that you were the one that took a hold of those two and forced them to leave me here. Give me back my family. Can I ask you something really quick? What? I'm not sure if you're going to give me a comprehensible answer to this or not, but thought I might as well try asking. All of this stuff about me going after your husband's inheritance and such, where did you end up hearing about that? Who or what told you that I was going after his money? Huh? Oh, you of all people should already know the answer to that one. Your parents' bakery went under, and now they have a lot of money that they have to pay to the banks because of all the money that they borrowed. What? And as you've been running around trying to find where to get that money to help them pay off their debts, you started to eye up my husband's money. My parents' bakery? As far as I'm aware, their bakery is still in business, and they haven't had to borrow any sort of money from the bank. Huh? But a little while back, I had walked by where their bakery normally was, and it was turned into a 24/7 shop. Well, about that, my parents moved locations. They moved the bakery? They started to listen to some of their customers' feedback, and what a lot of them were saying is that the bread and all is nice, but that the store was too small. So they went ahead and rented a new location just down the street. That's almost double the square footage. And that's where they moved their shop into. Didn't someone tell you about this? What? By the way, if that bakery was really in a bad situation and went under, I would have said something about it to everyone, and so would Cooper. Also, when it comes to my father-in-law, his legs are not that bad, and he can still pretty much do all of his daily routine on his own. How the heck did his inheritance come into play recently? Don't you feel a little bit stupid bringing something like that up when there has been nothing related to it at all? Well, it's because you really went off the deep end this time that your husband went and asked for a divorce. That's right. Where is he right now? Cooper came out to see me and my parents here at my parents' house. But I'm not sure where your husband went. What? But Cooper is with you. You both got a divorce, right? Why would he be with you at your parents' house right now if you got a divorce? Because just a second ago, we went and got married again at the courthouse. Why would you go through all that trouble? Because it seems that this time Cooper wants to receive my family's name in the marriage, and so that's what he's done. Excuse me? This is all stuff that I think Cooper would much rather talk to you about himself. So I'm going to get going and let him have a conversation with you now. What's going on here?
Mom?
Cooper!
To start things off, Dad went and entered a retirement home, just like he had been wanting to do.
A retirement home? Why the hell would he do that? What's all of this about right now? Did he do something like that to try and hide from Carmen? That's what happened here, right? And now she's forcing you to remarry her and take on her family's name.
When is this going to end, Mom?
What?
The reason that I want to take her family's name in this marriage is because I want to.
But why would you do that?
Because I freaking hate being your son.
Huh?
Whenever the smallest things change, you start to have these freaking delusions about what happened and go completely off the deep end, making up this story that has no meaning to it. Then you start to get people who have no involvement in whatever you're going on about involved, and from there you start pinning them as the culprit and start to either treat them with disdain, or you completely push them away, thinking you're the victim of something that's not even happening. This time was the last straw for me, Mom. Things like this have gone on for far too long with you, and I don't want anything to do with it anymore. And this time, by far, has been the worst. Since you went and had my wife kicked out the house, and then asked for her to divorce me. Calling her a fraud, saying that she was after Dad's money, and the same thing goes for Dad in this situation. He's still young. He's not in any sort of bad shape, so why would you start talking about his inheritance? Like he's going to die soon. You are completely lost, Mom.
No, wait, I didn't mean to.
I'm done with your crap, Mom.
Cooper?
I'm no longer forgiving you for behaving that way. This is the end of you and I. I'm cutting ties to you.
You would never.
You should be able to understand now why Dad wanted to get a divorce from you.
What?
After this, you'll have to talk with his lawyer about it.
He's gotten a lawyer involved now?
Well, he's had to, because no matter what anyone tries to tell you, you make it all about yourself and only fall deeper into your delusions. So he'll have a lawyer handle all of the legal things for him, considering the lawyer is more capable of handling crazies like you.
No way.
Goodbye forever.
Norman! Oh, please would you lend me $50,000? I'm on the lookout for a lawyer right now that will be able to help me beat my husband in court so that we don't have to get this divorce. As long as I can get enough money to afford one of these super strong lawyers, then my husband will have to listen to me and will never be able to leave my side. So that's why I need that $50,000. If your parents' bakery is all fine and still in business, then that means you must still have plenty of money yourself, right? I'll make sure to pay you back with my husband's inheritance someday. So, your delusions are starting up again? What? I have no reason to help you battle my father-in-law in court. Go see yourself a therapist or something now. Bye-bye. In the end, it became pretty clear to everyone why Holly was always so delusional about everything going on in her life, and why she always claimed to be the victim. It turns out that growing up, she had been incredibly spoiled by her parents. And going through school and college, she was always the pretty girl. Because of all that, she had this massive pride that soon led to her thinking that everyone else was wrong and that she was right. Both Cooper and I learned about all of this from his dad when we next went and saw him at the retirement home. He and Cooper both told me a bunch of stories about how she'd always have these delusions about things like relationships, the news, the government, and so on, which would cause the both of them quite a bit of stress at times. But this last time, when she was going on about wanting her husband's inheritance and that she wouldn't let me get a penny of it, Cooper's dad was no longer comfortable with her anymore. He is still young after all, so there shouldn't be any sort of talk about his death. And his money right now, which is what ended up breaking his heart. And that's why he had to divorce her and get out of the house. After the divorce was approved and made final, Holly went back to her parents' old house. But things didn't get any better there, and she began to cause issues for many people in her family, to the point that one day they called the mental health services on her and had her taken to a hospital to be treated. She's gone through many kinds of medications now in search of one that can calm her delusions down. But it will take even more time to get her to stop having them entirely. There are times where she does get to go back to her parents' house for short periods of time, but during those times, she's not allowed out of the house and must stay in the basement so that she's not overstimulated. Grace, what are you doing? Why are you in my house? Why did you lock the door? I can't get inside. Open up. Oh, well, hello there, Grace. Welcome home, dear. Did you go out shopping or something? Yes, I did, but don't change the subject. You locked the door chain. I can't open the door. Come to the front door right now and unlock it. And another thing, how did you even get in my house in the first place? I know for a fact that I locked it when I left. That's quite simple, dear. I just used the spare key my husband had. Now, let me ask you a question. How in the world did you know that I was inside? Have you been spying on me? No, I actually have security cameras installed inside our house. They're linked to an app on my phone so I can see what's going on inside the house at all times. I watched you casually perusing the contents of my refrigerator, helping yourself to my food, and now you've got your feet up on our couch as if you own the place. Oh, I see. So I was exactly right then. You have been spying on me. It's not spying if it's my house. Why do you have those silly cameras anyway? Well, you never know when some random person is going to invade your home these days. Oh, please, you don't need to worry about that. This is a quiet neighborhood. And another thing, what's with all these cat toys I see lying around? I don't know, Nancy. I guess I just have a thing for collecting cat toys. Really? Oh, that's so odd. Have you considered seeking mental help for that? I was being sarcastic. We have cats. If you don't see them anywhere, it's probably just because he's hiding in fear since, a random stranger just invaded his house. You have cats? Oh, as in more than one? Oh, yuck, I hate cats. They're such vile little things, always acting like the house is their own personal castle. Well, you'll either have to give that cat away, set it free, or put it down. And why should I do that, Nancy? Isn't it obvious? It's because I'm going to live with you from now on. You what? What do you mean? I'm sorry, is English not your strong point, Grace? I, your mother-in-law, have deigned to grace you and my son with my presence in your house on a permanent basis. You're moving in with us? This is the first I'm hearing of this. It wouldn't matter if it were the first time or the 5,000th time. I'm your mother-in-law, and I say I want to live with my son. You are his wife, and that means it's your place to simply say, yes, ma'am, and do whatever I ask you in order to facilitate that. This is my house. I grew up in this house. You don't get to just barge in one day and announce that you're living here now. Oh my goodness, you are slow. Once again, your opinion doesn't matter. If I wanted your opinion, I would have asked you for it. And furthermore, it especially doesn't matter that you were born in this house. Your parents are dead. They've been dead for years. And since they're long gone, you should be treating me as your mother and obeying me accordingly. Seriously, Nancy, what's gotten into you today? Up until now, you've been showering your older son, Tim, with all your affection. Meanwhile, you've been treating Ken like he's a red-headed stepchild despite being your child. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never shown any favoritism toward either of my sons based on the order of their birth. What do you think I am, some sort of monster? No, I raised both of my sons with the exact same love and care. That might be what you think, but I can assure you that Ken doesn't feel that you treated him equally to Tim. You're delusional, dear. Please make an appointment with your psychologist as soon as possible. Ken is my son, and he loves me dearly. He'll be positively thrilled to hear that his beloved mother is coming to live with him. We can talk more about this later. For now, just get off my couch, come to the front door, and undo this stupid door chain. I've got a lot of groceries here with me, and some of them need to go in the freezer. Well, that's interesting, Grace. You say you were shopping, were you? Yeah, I already told you that. Open the door. I suppose that means you've quit your job, then. Huh? What are you... Oh, whatever. I don't have time for this. Open the door! You disgusting parasite. You're leeching off the fruits of your husband's hard work, and yet you think you have the right to bark orders at his mother? Excuse me? I'm having trouble deciding which part of that text offends me the most. Your presence in this house is what offends me the most. My son has no use for a freeloading slacker like you. You are to vacate my son's house immediately. I'm not spending one single second of my valuable time living together with a woman of your low caliber. You don't deserve me. Wow, I think we're in agreement there, Nancy. I don't deserve this. Well, then it's settled. I'm moving in and you're moving out. Starting today, Ken and I will be living in this house together. Let me know once you find a new place to live. I'll have divorce papers sent over immediately. Goodbye, you awful pest. Ken, I'm really sorry to bother you at work, but this is an emergency. Code red. We need to talk now.
Sorry, Grace, I'm on a bus right now, can't talk. Is it okay if we talk by text for now? What happened? What's the emergency?
Your mom has taken over our house.
Huh? My mom took over our house? What are you talking about?
I just stepped out of the house to do some shopping, and while I was gone, your mom broke in. Well, I guess she didn't exactly break in since she used your dad's key. But that's another problem entirely. How did she find out your dad had a key to our house? In any case, though, that's the situation. She's sitting on the couch in our living room right now.
What the? That's incredibly bizarre. And what about you? What are you doing right now? Did you go inside and try to talk to her?
No, that's just the thing. She set up the door chain and won't open the door. I can't get inside.
Are you kidding? You mean she's locked you out on a blazing hot day like this?
Well, for the time being, I took shelter in the cafe down the road. I told the manager about the situation, and she was kind enough to let me put the groceries in their fridge. So the heat's not a concern to me. I'm more concerned about our cats. They're locked in there with her.
Oh, man, you're right. My mom hates cats. That's a recipe for disaster. Uh-oh, hold on one second. I just saw a notification that my dad tried to call me a while ago. I'm off the bus now, so I'm going to talk to him real quick. It might be about my mom. I'll let you know if I learn anything.
Okay, go ahead and call him. I'll wait.
All right. Well, I just got off the phone with my dad, and oh boy, everything makes a lot more sense now. Man, this is messy already, and it's only gonna get messier.
That doesn't sound good. What did your dad say?
Well, there's only one way to say this, and that's to be as blunt as possible. You might be a little surprised when you hear this. Are you sitting down?
I am now. What's going on?
Okay, first my dad said that he and my mom are getting divorced.
What? Divorced?
Apparently that was decided just this morning.
Oh my god, what happened?
This part might surprise you even more. Dad's the one who made the call to divorce, and the reason is the way my mom treated my brother's wife.
Oh no. You mean she was so awful to Erica that your father is divorcing her over it?
I know it sounds insane, but apparently that's how bad it was.
I can't believe she would do that. Erica is one of the sweetest, kindest women I've ever met, and your mother was abusive to her?
Trust me, if you think you're upset about that, it's nothing compared to how mad my brother and dad are.
How long was this going on?
From what my dad says, a pretty long time. It started when Erica was having trouble getting pregnant back when they first got married. Then when Erica finally did get pregnant, Mom demanded that her first child be a boy.
As if she can control that.
Right? But then later on, when Erica went back to work, my mom took her ATM card and withdrew her paycheck as soon as it was deposited. That was when my brother caught on. Erica told him what Mom had been doing to her, and then he told my dad. Dad confronted her, and she didn't show even a smidgen of remorse for anything she did. She outright refused to admit she had done everything wrong. He gave her one last chance to clean up her act this morning, and she balked, so he said he's divorcing her.
That's crazy. But wait, does that mean she forced her way into our house because your dad kicked her out of the house?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's kind of ironic, but what my dad wanted to tell me when he called me earlier was that my mom stole the spare key to our house that he had. He was sure she was on her way over and to watch out for her.
Wow, perfect timing. Now that I think about it, didn't you say that she wasn't on speaking terms with her own parents? I guess she was totally out of options, and so she decided she'd impose herself on us from now on.
I am so sorry I didn't take my dad's call earlier. If I had, then none of this would have happened.
No, you've got nothing to feel bad about, Ken. You had a big sales meeting with a client today, right? It's not like you could have answered your phone in the middle of that. But man, what are we going to do about this? We still haven't told your mom that I'm pregnant. But if she sees the size of my belly right now, then she's going to know for sure. And based on what you said about her bullying poor Erica, I'm concerned about what she'll do to me.
Yeah. Oh, I've got it. Why don't you just go on over to our new house? It's a little ahead of schedule, but the contractor said that all the work is finished and we can move in any time, right? We've already got furniture and appliances set up there, so there shouldn't be too much of a problem moving right in.
Huh. Yeah, I think you're right. I might need to buy a few changes of clothes, but that's not a big deal. Okay, let's do that.
Awesome. Then when you're getting settled in over there, I'm gonna go and take care of my mom personally.
What are you gonna do?
We'll talk about the details later. You said you're gonna need to buy some stuff before you head over to the new house, right? I'm gonna go and talk to my boss about the situation and ask him if I can take the afternoon off. He's a good guy. I'm sure he'll understand. Then I'll come pick you up, we'll stop at the store, and I'll take you over to the new house.
Would you do that for me? Oh, thanks, Ken. I feel sorry for calling you away from work like this.
Don't be. You're my number one priority.
I'll be waiting in the cafe. Send me a text when you get here.
Will do. I'll be there in probably about 20 or 30 minutes.
Gotcha. Thanks again, Ken. Well, Grace. Ken just got home, and as I expected, he was thrilled to see me. I told you he'd choose his mother over you, didn't I? You've been an awful nuisance up until now, but I am relieved to hear that you seem to be giving up without a fight. But wait, there's more. Ken felt so bad for the way my husband, ex-husband turned his back on me. So to help me feel better, he's sending me on an all-expenses-paid trip to a lovely spa resort. I'm leaving the day after tomorrow, and I cannot wait to go. How nice for you. Oh, don't reply to me. I don't need any replies from you. There's absolutely nothing that I want to hear from you, so just keep any comments to yourself. Is that clear? Crystal clear. Good. Now goodbye. Grace, what's the meaning of this? What's going on? Answer me! Oh, you want me to answer you? Well, last time we talked, you told me not to reply. Well, that was then, and this is now. I just got back from the vacation Ken sent me on, but when I went inside the house, everything was gone except for my things. Ken said he'd be here waiting for me when I got back, but even he was gone. All he left was a note on the living room floor saying that you were moving to a new house. So explain yourself, Grace. There's not really all that much to explain. All we did was do everything that we were planning on doing from the start. What's that supposed to mean? Our landlord said that for a number of reasons he wouldn't be able to lease the house to us anymore, so we had to move. What? Your landlord? We'd been saving up for a while to make a down payment on a new house for ourselves, and that house just got finished a few weeks ago. And my company offered to pay my moving fees since the new house is closer to the office, so we moved in. But hold on. You mean to tell me you were leasing this house? And I thought you quit your job. It was a rental, and I was just on maternity leave. What? What? But you said you grew up in this house. And I did. My parents moved around a lot, so they never bought their own house. But when my mom got pregnant with me, they decided it was time to settle down. It was also a bit late in their lives to tie themselves down to a mortgage, so they started renting this house. We just took over the lease from them when they passed away. And you're on maternity leave? Does that mean you're pregnant? It would be pretty silly of me to be on maternity leave if I wasn't. My goodness. In that case, it's definitely for the best if I move in with you. Why? I'm a veteran mother. I raised 2 boys myself, so I'll be handy to have around. Hard pass. What? What are you saying? I'm saying I don't want to live with a woman who treats her son's wives so badly that her husband divorced her. Why do you know about that? You had to know. We would have found out eventually. This is goodbye, Nancy. No, don't say that. Neither me nor Ken want anything to do with you anymore. Oh, and that house is getting demolished come next month, so you'd better clear out before then. Demolished? Then where am I supposed to live? Grace? Answer me! Shortly after that, both my husband and I blocked Grace's phone number. But just to be safe, we got new phones and new numbers, too. It took a few days, but the landlord was finally able to convince Grace to clear out of the house by threatening to call the police. She had to go crawling back to her parents and beg them to let her stay with them. They agreed to let her stay on the condition that she get a job and paid rent. However, she got turned down for every single interview, so they eventually kicked her right back out onto the street.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.